Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Edward Joseph, and let's talk live. What is going on? All right, let's talk. Well, today, peoples, has been such an interesting day. I'm here, I am live, and I am going to talk about some things, peoples. Peoples, what is going on? What is going on? Peoples, it is amazing that all of the stuff is going on and people seems to not know what is really going on. And that is the question that I'm asking everybody. What in the world is going on? What in the world is going on, peoples? I don't get it. I don't understand it. Help me to make it make sense, peoples. What is going on? Peoples, I'm like, what is going on? There has been buzz that P. Diddy mansion had went up in flames. There has been buzz that P. Diddy mansion had went up in flames. And now what I'm finding out, peoples, and I'm just now getting the news, and it just popped up right now. It says Diddy Freakoff's videos prove his innocence, defense claims. I'm going to read this to you, people. It says defense attorneys for Sean Diddy Combs claimed in a new court filing on Tuesday that videos depicting sexual activity between the rapper, his ex-girlfriend, Cassie Ventura, and male prostitutes confirm Mr. Combs' innocence because they show sexual activity amongst consensuing adults. Okay. Uh-oh. Let me go back. Come on, please don't let me lose it. Thank you. Okay. It also says there are 9 videos of what prosecutors have alleged Combs called freak-offs, described by prosecutors as elaborate and produced sex performances that are currently available for defense attorneys to view. They're asking the judge to elect for electronic copies. Contrary to what the government has led this court and the public to believe, the so-called freak-offs were private sexual activity between fully consenting adults in a long-term relationship. Defense attorney Mark Affinello and Penny Garagos had said. Prosecutors had said the freak-offs are evidence that Combs coerced, drugged, and kidnapped women in sexual activity and hired prostitutes to join. Ventura alleged in a civil lawsuit that Combs regularly beat and kicked her, leaving black eyes, bruises, and blood. The lawsuit described freak-offs as drug-fueled, day-long sexual performances which Combs allegedly coerced women into and filmed for his own pleasure. The defense filing took a sharply different view. These videos ambiguously shows that the person alleged in the incident to be victims, one, not only consented but thoroughly enjoyed herself, the defense said. Combs was arrested in September on trafficking charges, remains in custody in federal metropolitan detention centers in Brooklyn after a judge denied him bail. Federal prosecutors alleged that Combs had abused, threatened, and coerced women and others around him to fulfill his sexual desires, protect his reputation, and conceal his conduct since 2008. He was charged with trafficking by forced transportation to engage in prostitution and racketeering conspiracy, alleging he ran an enterprise that he engaged in sexual trafficking, forced labor, or kidnapping, arson, and other crimes, according to the federal indictment. Combs has denied all wrongdoing. Now, see, people's the thing is simply this. The thing is simply this. The prosecutor has to prove its case. They have to prove their case. And so far, people's, I mean, really, what have they proven thus far? What have they proven thus far? That they really can say that this man is guilty, other than the salaciousness of the allegations that these people are spreading. Now, I surmise peoples that the people who were in these freak offs or orgies or whatever the case may be and things, they were there on their own recognizance. And they were there and they were enjoying themselves. And they were doing drugs and taking all of, whatever they took in things to get themselves up and ready and, all this. And so, you know, that's the question, people. Question is, what really have the prosecutions proven? Because in my book, nothing has been proven yet. I mean, all we hear every single day and all we see every single day is people consistently and insistently browbeating this boy to the hilt and things, but yet nobody has ever mentioned anybody else who had participated. Now, my question is simply this. Where's all of the other people who were supposed to have been a part of these ECOS? Where's all of the other people who was supposed to be in these ECOS? You don't see them. I mean, everybody is talking about Mary J. Blige. People are talking about Cassie Ventura. They're talking about Usher, and they're talking about Justin Bieber. They're talking about Beyonce and Jay-Z. They're talking about Oprah Winfrey and Tyler Perry. They're talking about it's a couple of other people whose name it slips my mind right now, but they're talking about all of these people are supposed to be co-conspirators in this Rico Ratchet case. They're talking about all of these people, but it's amazing to me, people's, how Diddy's mansion goes up in flames, and a lot of that video footage or whatever they was supposed to have is gone up in flames. Okay, so then my question is simply this: what did they obtain during the raids? What did they obtain during the raids? I'm going to play back this live tonight, peoples, because I just played back this live, and I'm trying to, as much as I can, substantiate this claim that this content creator had made, and things that there's talk of the town that they're seeking to have the charges dismissed because the prosecutors don't have the type of evidence to prove their stance. Now, it has been alleged that Diddy had sexual activities with the young ones, but yet we don't see no video footage. And I don't think that we're ever going to see any video footage of that. But what I'm saying is this: we don't see no video footage of any young ones at a party, is basically what I'm saying. I'm not saying we're going to see the actual activity of the young ones, but what I am saying is that there is no video footage. There's no video footage, peoples, of any young ones being at any freak offs. That's what I'm saying. You know, I don't see any video footage of any young ones at any freak offs. And that's one of the things that, you know, was alleged and stuff, but yet and still, no one has ever shown any pictures, any videos of any young ones being at the freak off. Now, I just wonder how in God's name is the people, the feds, is going to really try this case when you have a lot of people who participated in the freak offs. And according to Diddy's attorney, they were there and they were enjoying themselves. Nobody has ever complained and said that, oh, well, you know, Diddy had really forced me or and this and that and the other. I mean, really, people? So Diddy is going to force hundreds of people at a freak off? Really? They say that he spiked the drinks and things of that nature. Well, you know, that very well may be. But at the end of the day, my thing is simply this, peoples, and this is the problem that I have. If you came to one Diddy party and you are seen again at another Diddy party, well, then, regardless of the spiking of the drinks, you wanted to come because you wanted to enjoy yourself. You were there on your own recognizance. Now, I can see if you were there the first time and you never came back. Okay, I get it. I get it. Yeah, you know, now you have every right and reason to kind of like, you know, state your claim and you know, have some validation to the various things that is being stated. But see, the thing is, peoples, if you came to one party and then you came again to another party, well, it ain't nothing you can say because you wanted to be there and you wanted to be a part of that freak off. You wanted to get your freak on. So don't sit up here and try to blame this man for, oh, spiking the bottles and spiking your glass and stuff like that. Nah, you wanted to showboat your ass. You wanted to get in there and you wanted to get your little freak on, and that's what you did. That is exactly what you did. So don't you sit up here and complain. See, the thing is, if that video footage of the freak off ever gets into the public hands, but then all of these people who was at that freak off, oh, well, you know, people are going to be looking at them sideways. Well, they're going to be looking at them sideways in a couple of weeks when all of the names of the people who was at the freak offs is coming out and all of these co-conspirators. Yeah, these Hollywood stars, they're part of it, peoples. And see, don't sit here and try to blame Diddy for everything. No, he's the fall guy. He's the fall guy, peoples. There's people that is above him. There is people that is above him that is going to go down. Steve Harvey, Oprah Winfrey, Tyler Perry. Oh, I can't wait, peoples. I can't wait. And then we're going to get on Tyler Perry. Now, Tyler Perry is trying to make some headways and stuff because, see, the thing is, people's the fires in LA was purposely set. It was purposely set. And there is evidence of that, that it was purposely set. And 12 people got arrested behind that. And I end up getting an article of one of these tennis players or something where the fire is raging and it's just a couple of blocks away from her house. And she's praying to God that her house is saved, but the way that it's looking is probably already destroyed by now. But because that was, pretty much last night when that had hit the airwaves. I'm praying because my family is in the fold too, and that the fire doesn't rage and destroy their houses. So y'all keep us in prayers. So praying that my family's house doesn't burn up. And they do live in an area. But we're going to cover that extensively, peoples, because the government is shady. The government is shady. And it's going to happen all everywhere, peoples. There is going to be a rebirth, a new generation, and a lot of fires is going to be happening in a lot of different places. They've already passed a law. They've already passed a law that they can come pick up the homeless people and incarcerate them against their will. And that's what they're already doing. Trump get in office, he's going to round up a lot of the people and deport them back to their countries and stuff. Oh, it's getting ready to get wild, people. It's getting ready to get wild. The streets of Oakland is clean to a certain degree because they incarcerated a massive amount of people. But see, nobody's saying anything. I'm saying something. I don't understand why the other Californians ain't saying nothing, but I'm saying something. And I'm going to continue to keep saying something. I'm just one voice out of many, but I'm going to continue to keep bringing awareness to what's happening here in California, because it's going to happen in your town, your state, somewhere. It's going to happen to you too. And see, people's, it's crazy. 12 people thus far, and probably the numbers has gone even higher, that had got killed in the LA fires thus far. And what's so crazy is that the government ain't saying nothing about it. They're not saying nothing about it. The news is not even covering it to the degree. You got firemen out there in the midst of the flames and stuff and just standing around watching the whole town burn down. Really, peoples? I have never seen anything like this. But this was all planned. And it's only going to get worse because the next spot is Oakland, California. The next spot is Oakland, California, peoples. And then they're going to move around. It's already in San Diego, and it's going to spread even from there. And see, what they're trying to do is they're trying to rebuild Los Angeles. It has been to where the insurance companies had 3 months prior to the fires happening, I think they said 70,000 people insurance was canceled. People have been paying their insurance for over 30 years, people. 30 years. And it was canceled and their houses burnt down. Could you believe that? 30 years of paying insurance, and then all of a sudden your insurance gets canceled, and then your house burned down, and it leaves you with nothing. Absolutely nothing. Total devastation, people. It's incredible. It's incredible. I mean, my heart was so heavy when I've heard that and I was reading that. And we're going to cover that, people. We're going to cover that tonight. I'm going to stay on it, amongst other things and stuff, because you need to see. And I'm going to take a drive down to Los Angeles, and we're going to see this firsthand. I'm taking it to you firsthand, peoples. And then we're going to drive around into other cities in California. So, and I have my dash cam, on my car, and I'm gonna hook that up to my computer and download that information and stuff and upload it so you can see for yourself certain parts of California and what's happening out here. You thought that you guys had it bad? The rent is going up, but the good thing is that they passed a new law now to where, the landlords can't easily evict people and things. And so they gave the tenants a lot more rights and stuff, which is really good. So I'm gonna cover that as well. But the eggs is $25 for a dozen of eggs. That there is an egg shortage. People are going to Costco and swooping up all of the eggs. I mean, they got cases and cases and cases of eggs. So what? The hens is not laying eggs now. Don't you know, peoples, that if the hens ain't laying eggs, people can't make cakes, they can't make pies, they can't make cookies, they can't make a lot of stuff. I mean, eggs is a staple in a lot of the cuisines that the people are cooking nowadays. And so with there being a egg shortage, the restaurants is having a hard time. The bakeries is having a hard time. You just a little tiny egg, people, can disrupt a whole industry. And all of this stuff is coordinated. We're going to talk about it, people. It's amazing. It's amazing to what's happening. And it ain't just only happening in California, it's happening everywhere. This is crazy, people. We're living in the last days. We're living in hard times. People are losing their jobs. Amazon don't want the people to unionize and things, and so the people is out here picketing. They're striking. Certain industries is going down. People's. I mean, they shut down all of the Chevys. All of the Chevy's restaurant. They shut down all of the Chevys. Didn't you know, people's, that a lot more businesses is going to be shutting down? They shut down Big Lots. The discount stores and stuff. A lot of them are shutting down, and many others is on the chopping block, just just surviving barely. But they said that a lot more stores is going to be shutting down this year, and I have the list, and we're going to talk about that too. I mean, in some places in California, it's like a ghost town because a lot of the shops are shut down. They can't afford the rent. They can't afford business. And a lot of people is leaving California because they can't afford to live here. Everything is so damn expensive, people. It's crazy. You know, it's absolutely crazy. But it is a systemic thing that is happening all over the world. It just ain't happening in California. So you have to stay woke, people. You have to wake up and smell the coffee. My heart is heavy. It's so much to talk about, people, so much to get into, and I don't really have the time. I don't really have the time. I'm trying to cover as much as I can that's on my mind right now, but we're going to cover a lot of this. Hello, Zenobia. Wow, Crockett, how are you, ma'am? It is a blessing to see you on today. Zenobia said, wow, that is awesome. Hello, Vicky Davis. How are you, ma'am? It is a blessing to see you on today. Vicky Davis says, hello, Edward in chat. Hello, Honesty. How are you, ma'am? It is a blessing to see you on today. Honesty has says, hello, Edward in chat. Vicky Davis that says, yes, this is just a big old mess. Yes, it definitely is. This is a big mess, and it's getting even messier. And honestly, don't worry about this Nightbot. I don't understand why it's doing what it's doing and stuff. But that I had that hooked onto my account, but it's just certain things that tends to trigger it off. But just ignore that. Hello, Andre. How are you, my friend? It is a blessing to see you on today. Andre has says hello, Edward Joseph and mods in chat. All right, peoples, I got a couple of minutes. That is what I wanted to come on to say and things. I'm going to be on tonight and stuff. We're going to cover up a lot of things and stuff, peoples. Bring awareness to a lot of the stuff that is happening and let our voices be heard. That is what we need to do, peoples. We need to continue to keep voicing and let our voices be heard. Don't be complacent to allowing the powers that be just do us any type of way. No, we're not going to do that. We're going to stand up for our rights. We're going to continue to fight when we're going to continue to keep talking because united we stand, and we're going to stand firm and stand tall. And I am glad to report, peoples, that the young lady that had essayed, that had been essayed by Andrew Holmes, well, she filed a new complaint with the Las Vegas Police Department, and she submitted the videos and audio. She submitted the videos. In the video, the picture showed that she was in Andrew Holmes' room, and she submitted the audio. And so, peoples, let's band together. Let's pray that she gets justice out of that. That they go and deliver some criminal charges up against them. The civil suit is going on. She has a civil suit up against Andrew Holmes, and Tiffany Henyard in the township of Dalton, and the other township. So she's got a civil suit going on, her and the officer. But we're going to pray that this new filing is going to administer a criminal complaint up against Andrew Holmes. It's just crazy, people. If you guys saw my live on last night and you saw the interview that young lady had did with that reporter, it is heart wrenching. It really is. It is heart wrenching, and my heart literally goes out for her. But that's the world that we live in, people. You have to protect yourself. Keep your family safe, keep yourself safe, you know, keep your head on a swivel. Stay with your protection. Get you a stun gun, get you some mace or some pepper spray or whatever the case may be, and things, and always keep that readily available. So anytime that you are going anywhere, and people are doing some crazy stuff, well then, you know, don't feel bad. Use it. You have to protect yourself, peoples, and then talk to your kids and things, because all that you see now in the airways is X trafficking. We're going to talk about that too. I'm going to do a little docu-series of the people who has been X trafficked from Africa, from Mexico, from Venezuela, Puerto Rico, all of these different countries, these poor countries, these little young ones, the babies, the children are being X trafficked all over. And I need to bring awareness to that, peoples, because everybody needs to chime out. We never really paid too much attention to X trafficking until Diddy has been arrested and accused of it. But what children has he X trafficked? Because, I mean, thus far, there's no evidence. The only thing that they are only saying is that the adults were in orgies and freak offs, but okay, that's adults. And these were consenting adults, because my stance again is simply this: if you were at a Diddy party the first time and you come again, you wanted to be there. So, unless they can come up with something that can really substantiate their claim and things, well, then, I'm just going to keep my reservation up on my comments up on him and Jay Z. But we'll see, peoples. We'll see what happens. I mean, the last buzz that I got, the last news, and I'm getting ready to go in. It was stated, and you can look this up yourself. It was stated that the feds, is going to have a hard time persecuting or prosecuting Diddy for the X trafficking, because from the wildfires that is raging on out in Los Angeles, it has just been stated that Diddy's Los Angeles mansion had went up in flames. And a lot of the evidence that was in that house is going up in flames. And so my question is simply this, and maybe you guys can help me with this when I get back on tonight. Didn't they do the raid? Didn't they do the raid before his mansion went up in flames? And they said that they got a lot of videotapes and things like that. Well, if they did, then it really didn't matter right now that his house went up in flames. And that's good that it went up in flames, you know? But how is that going to affect the case when they were supposed to have all of that evidence? Help me to make that make sense, people. So let's talk about it tonight. Let's talk about it tonight, because that's the buzz that's surfacing right now. And I'm kind of like, what? Really? And then the final thing, peoples, um, they keep saying that it's been confirmed that um that Jay-Z's daughter, Blue Ivy, is that other girl's child and not Beyonce. And that the kids that Beyonce have, those twins, is not hers either. Oh, it's getting interesting tonight, peoples. Yeah, that's what I thought, Andre. That's exactly what I thought. I thought that they raided his house beforehand, but they said that Diddy's mansion went up in flames and that a lot of the evidence in the house was burnt up. Well, if that be the case, did they take everything? I'm gonna play back this live because different ones is talking about it. Different ones is talking about it, and they're saying that the feds is going to have a hard time prosecuting Diddy, and that there's a buzz that his charges, some of the charges at least, can be dismissed. So I'm still, as much as I can while I'm here at work, trying to look into it, but several YouTubers has been chiming up on that today. I'm not saying it's true. I'm just putting it out there for what they say. So if you guys got some time and stuff, go ahead and do that research and then come back with me on tonight, and let's talk about that, peoples, because that is very interesting to me. I've heard it. I can't confirm it. I can't confirm it, but that's the buzz right now. That is the major buzz right now. And so if that be the case, people, that is going to be very, very interesting. But see, my take is this, and then I got to get out of here, people. I keep saying I got to get out of here, and I got to get out of here. I'm way over time now. Hello, Ms. Durham. How are you, ma'am? It is a blessing to see you on today. Ms. Durham has says hello, Ed, in chat. Yeah, yeah. Y'all do some research. Andre, do some research and get back with me on the live tonight because this is interesting, people. I mean, this is very, very interesting. And I got to see, I got to confirm some things. Now, what I'm putting out, I'm not endorsing. I'm just only telling you the buzz. I'm only telling you from what I've been hearing from the YouTubers, from different ones. Different ones came live and stuff, and different YouTubers is putting it out there and things. And so when you see at least a couple of YouTubers and stuff, well, then it's some juicy news. It's some juicy news. And so I can't confirm it, but I'm trying to do as much research as I possibly can. But that is very interesting if that be the case. But we're going to get into this, peoples, because this is a major conspiracy, and this stuff is happening right before our eyes. Burning of a city. Could you believe that, peoples? I mean, burning of a city. And all of these people's insurance had got canceled 3 months before this fire. And all of these people are left in a desolate situation. They can't rebuild because they can't get insurance. They can't rebuild because they can't purchase the land. The land is over with. I mean, house burned down. Your land ain't nothing. It ain't worth nothing because you can't rebuild up on it because you can't get insurance. And Tyler Perry, he talked about that. So kudos to Tyler Perry for stepping up for the people to bring awareness to that and things. But I mean, it doesn't bring the people back and it doesn't bring their houses back. Let's talk about it, peoples, on tonight. So, peoples, I hope I had said something to encourage your hearts upon today. Tune in again later on whenever Joseph Let's Talk Live, Edward Joseph Kitchen, Edward Joseph Gospel Hour, Edward Joseph's Blessings Giveaway 2025 will come to you with something wonderful. I love you with the love of Christ, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. Peoples, mask up and be safe. And again, peoples, if the Lord says the same, I'll be on tonight. And if you people can do the research to confirm that Diddy's mansion is burnt down, I greatly appreciate that. I'm gonna try to do as much as I can in between, me working right now and stuff, but I'm only limited until time I get off. So until then, peoples, you guys be blessed. Get your rest, and I will see you soon. God bless you all. Thank you for watching.